That's creepy. But also
And
neat.
as Gael puts the locust into his bag, the hands snap and face towards you.
Okay.
And they start moving. And they are fast. Like as fast as a horse.
Jesus
The
Christ.
fingers all...
Oh
you
my
can
God.
even hear the fingers galloping as stone cracks on stone.
What's that noise?
And it rushes towards you. Okay, everybody. It's that time again. What happened last time on D&D?
You already know what happened.
It was a short session.
But a lot happened.
So it should be easier to remember, right?
Oh, wrong there.
Oh, was it?
I have in big bold caps here that we walked into a local solar system that smelled musty. That's really, really bold for some reason.
Yeah, you started off the session in an orrery.
Then I touched a doorknob and something magical happened to me, and it was amazing. We're not going to talk about it though.
Is it metagaming if we know what happened to you? I can't remember.
Ooh,
I just haven't mentioned it.
There was this creepy room with like bird cages in it and like pixies in there. A pixie asking us to help it.
Yeah, they wanted your attention and you just didn't give it to her, so... Rip.
Yeah,
Trust nothing.
we helped one guy already, like that's enough, okay?
Walked in a big old circle and got back to where you were, kind of.
That's true.
You got high off of some incense.
Mm-hmm.
That was the whole saying. The lingering effects are probably just hanging around just a little bit.
Yeah, Benashi really went ham on the grabbing some disc and then walking aimlessly for a minute.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah, he really liked that. He has a problem.
You're just bonking into walls. That's how you play frisbee. In the medieval times. Just picking up a disc and running into the walls.
We found like a bunch of tables with like weird shit out, like spaced out. Like there's some letters and like a bunch of wine on a table. The paper that keeps unfolding. Unlimited amounts.
And the bug.
Yeah, the bug. We bonked the hell out of the bug.
And
then we
talked shit about
we
you.
ended up, yeah, that's true. We bonked it, but we couldn't kill it, so we were like, all right, whatever. We're out of here. And then we walked into a room that has we're preparing to walk into an art house, and we've been told that there's someone called the curator with meats who will come for us.
Yeah, so this upcoming area, I will say, unless otherwise stated, the floors are all going to be white marble with beautiful, black streaks all through it. And the walls are all pure white, and everything is nicely and evenly lidded, with a chandelier hanging from the ceiling. So all that means that the emphasis is on whatever the hell is in the room. And you have been warned by your traveling companion that there is some sort of thing that will come after you if you disturb the art pieces.
And our buddy's name is Canis. Just in case anybody forgot.
Anus the anus.
Canis? Yep.
And I think I asked, what does disturb mean? And then he just kind of said, I don't know, or something like that. And I was like, okay, right on.
Yeah, it was probably just
he knows
like
not to disturb, but not how to not disturb. So,
Don't even look at him.
I don't even know how he knows, honestly.
He is the curator.
He's fucking high or something.
Well, maybe he
we're all
is.
high right now.
So,
I wish.
ish.
We can begin in this first
We could
room.
if the game wasn't paused, but
Oh, that's this room over here to the left. That's not this room up here?
Yeah, that room, I've described it before from a different angle, but it has all kinds of like hanging stuff all over the place.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
hold on. Which room are we supposed to go into?
To the left, up and left.
Oh, okay.
What kind of art pieces are in here?
So this room, the entire focus, from nearly from wall to wall, is just an arch of goat skulls. Hundreds of them. And they're all looking downward.
That's kind of creepy.
I'm just gonna look at all of you standing there appreciating the art and going, we still don't know what disturbs means, so let's get the fuck out of here
There's
and not
also-
appreciate it.
You can, those of you with high perceptions, you can see that this room, and you'll see going forward that each room has a plaque on the wall somewhere that will give a title of the art piece and also the artiste.
I'm feeling delightful right now, so I'm gonna go look at the plaque in this room.
I'm gonna look at one of them as well.
This first room is titled Skull Gate, and this piece was created by Transania Gatebane.
That's a bang.
Gaping.
Gait.
Okay.
That's a baller name, if I'm being real. That sounds extremely metal, and just like who I would expect to make such an art piece.
I think those of you, well, I'll say most of you, like having all of these skulls kind of just like look down, kind of towards you just because they're above you. You just can't help but reading, emotions in them, like pareidolia or whatever it's called, where you kind of just see faces and things. But,
Well, Michael doesn't.
well, sure.
Well,
But-
Come on now.
all right.
You almost just get the sense that these things are watching you, even though they're not moving at all. And you get a sense that they're like looking down on you, like they think they're better than you.
Are they doing that to me even though like I'm already at the crest of the other room? You or no?
If you stare at them, yeah.
No, I'm not looking at them at all. I'm kind of just staring at a wall.
Okay, left further, where you guys are headed towards. This room is actually dark.
Uh-huh.
Because it seems like there's some broken bits of candles and glass on the floor from where the chandelier was broken. And you can kind of get the sense from light reflecting off the white walls from adjacent rooms of paintings on most of the walls. But there's not enough light to see what's on them.
I'm gonna assume with my dark vision, does that help me? Is there anything else in the room that could be obscured
I
by
guess, yeah,
the
with
light?
dark vision you get senses of the paintings are like close-ups of like skin. You can see close-ups of bruises and close-ups of some cuts and even a couple more grievous wounds that are healing over.
That's kind of creepy, but okay.
There's also a plaque, like always.
Yeah, let me read that plaque.
It's titled Hit Dice by Mago Dayworth.
By Lego Star Wars.
You cut out, so it did kind of sound like that.
Mago Dayworth.
Mago Deworth. All right, cool. That's neat. But this room is dark, and I don't want my friends to accidentally disturb stuff in the dark.
I can't
I
see.
shouldn't walk in that deep, but I already did.
Nobody else here has dark vision?
No,
For
I
real?
do not.
For real right now?
I wouldn't have hit anything where I'm at, right?
They're all paintings on the walls.
I'm
Yeah, but
smiling
there's
smugly.
glass on the floor and some dirt and some corn.
We'll don't pick up the candles and stuff. We'll just get out our own lanterns to look.
Oh, I don't know if we
Unless-
want to do that.
Yeah,
That'd be
unless
disturbing the paintings,
that's
possibly.
True, that's true. I'll guide you.
Bro, I'm
Don't worry.
freaking out.
Don't
I'm
worry,
having a
I'll
bad
guide
trip.
you. Don't worry.
I'll try my best to follow, but I'm a little hazy.
We're going this way.
You said that you can only see the stuff
move,
with dark vision, right?
move.
I mean, yeah, you can only really tell details if you can see in the dark.
He went down. He went
Damn.
down. He went down. He went down. He went
That's
down.
right.
Oh my god, you're not following the right path. We're
Yeah,
gonna
look at
fucking
this
die. It's
room.
your
Look
fault.
at this room. It's so delightful.
There is
Let me out.
There's a
Please,
mosaic.
let me out.
Jesus, get in there.
There's a mosaic on the floor.
Ooh.
The entire thing is large. You can just see a reptilian eye in the center.
Hmm.
Oh, what's the plaque say?
Well, the plaque says a reptilian eye
Oh, okay.
Wow.
by Sylvia Livelange.
How tall is the ceiling?
Let's say like 20 feet. Big tall ceilings.
Okay, I'm going to try to wall jump off of this like corner wall above and over Gael so I can get into the room properly.
You
I'm
can
just gonna
walk. You can
immediately
walk
do
through
it.
your
Nope.
allies.
No, I'm freaking out.
He's just
Don't tell me what I can and can't do.
battling.
He's being blockaded. You can crawl under his legs.
I'll even give you one of these.
Scramble.
Oh, +7. Okay.
I'm feeling pretty good, but these rooms, they're hard to interpret.
Ow, my knee.
Any of you have any appreciation for the arts? These names mean anything?
I
Not
appreciation
really.
for not dying.
I thought these would be more interesting, but they're just like they're art.
None of you were cultured, huh?
I don't think I'm
That's-
very cultured.
Motherfucker, I steal for a living. I mean, don't say anything. Are you a Fed?
Are there feds in here? There was one. There was a giant moon man fed in here.
God damn it, god damn it.
We're searching for his deputies.
I think we didn't have any dogs.
Yeah.
You're
The
a
next
thief. You've never
room-
stolen any high-profile art pieces? Come on now.
I'm more of a smuggler,
That's
so
for the-
a lot of the things
Ah.
I wouldn't know what I'm smuggling, you know? Because why the fuck would I?
So
need it,
petty,
you know what I mean?
so petty crime.
This is.
I don't fucking know. I don't check the shit I smuggle. I just smuggle. Okay, I don't want to
I'm
deal with the
being
guilt.
ushered. Ig is
Petty.
ushering me and making me uncomfortable and harshing my vibe. So we're gonna move it along.
The next room. Oh god. So
We're
one at a
moving
time,
so
please.
fast.
So the second room is another floor mosaic, but it's a lot more abstract. Just a bunch of different colors of blue, geometric shapes all over the place. It is kind of disorienting walking on it. Everyone who walks over the floor in this room over here should make a simple dexterity save.
Shit.
Okay. I can do that.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Tight.
And
Job.
we all have is it just checks that we all have disadvantage on because of well, except for Azon.
Me, I'm
Very
feeling tip top.
Yeah,
here.
I think it's just skill checks and not saves.
Okay. Not that it matters for me, but
Yeah, so you
does
trip.
that fall and vomit?
Yeah, you almost feel like the floor is moving and rising like an ocean, but it's not. But it's just so disorienting. You trip, you catch yourself on your hands, and you panic and like jump back up to your feet and pick up the pace to the next room.
Yeah.
I was hoping to see art of like landscapes and like people and stuff. This avant-garde stuff is too niche for me.
This is actually all a big mafia money laundering scheme.
The room on the left, you see a leather balloon tied to the ground by a piece of string.
Ew.
Does it actually float?
What kind of leather? Can I tell?
You can make a perception check or investigation check.
Wow. Amazing.
Okay, this is not leather at all. It is some sort of weird bulbous.
Hold on.
A disadvantage.
Disadvantage, yeah.
Ouch.
I don't know if he's a unreliable narrator, so that's cool.
It's pleather.
This isn't leather at all. Oh, just kidding, it's leather.
Well, it looked like leather at first glance. The texture seems a lot more firm, like not flexible, like maybe old leather or like leather that's been worn.
Is it floating or is it just kind of like a ball?
It is floating like a balloon.
Okay, hold up. Actual. Go ahead, do your thing.
I don't know if you want me to do my thing, so you go ahead.
No, do it. What I'm saying is not going to have a difference on what you're going to do. So do that first, and then I have a question.
I'm going to draw my long sword
Hell yeah.
and just kind of like poke it.
Poke the string or the balloon?
No, the balloon.
Okay.
Why though?
Because this shouldn't be a thing. Like, leather doesn't float. So I think something is probably trapped inside. Or, I don't know. It makes me uncomfortable.
This isn't an art piece, is it?
He's also a little high still.
Can all of you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
This is an art piece.
I sure can.
He gives it a little press with his sword, or I guess his mace.
Man,
And
it's gonna be a good night for me.
a green, toxic-looking gas just starts spilling out of the thing. You all rush to hold your breath, but some of you are too slow. So
I have a request.
What's your request?
Does my rebreather grant me any type of resistance on top of my trash Constitution saving throw?
I think no, because it'd be a very powerful magic item, or at least like a magic item kind of dealio.
Okay.
I will say, Bryce, you should take 10 points of poison damage.
With a 16!
That's how powerful it is, apparently.
The rest of you can take 21 points of poison damage. But any of you could choose to instead take 0 damage and instead choose an applicable horrid permanent disfigurement.
Permanent? How permanent? Is this a curse? Can curses battle?
No, this is just it should be like an effect of the toxins on your skin or in your lungs or on your body.
Sure, yeah, we'll just take the damage.
All right.
Is it just contact with the skin itself? Is that what you're saying?
But pretty much, or in your lungs. It's all of the above. It's not a good thing.
Okay. You said how much damage?
The total is 21.
Okay.
Oh shit! You find the hot Cheetos flew everywhere.
Did the totally leather, not leather casing fall to the floor?
Yeah, it sputtered around and eventually landed on the floor, and then it started crawling along the floor.
Oh, good.
Like it sprouted legs?
Like it had legs the whole time, and now you're only
The
noticing
thing.
them.
How fucking sharp is your sword? Holy shit!
I'm
You
gonna
just poked
put my
leather
foot down.
and it popped. How?
I'm gonna put my foot down on it to where it stops climbing to get a better look. Does it look like human skin or leatherized
It
human
is.
flesh?
It's kind of like a gross tick-like thing.
Oh, is the floor a painting?
No,
I'm gonna bash my mace into this thing.
What?
That is the most vile thing I think I've heard you say. Like a large tick?
yeah, it was an engorged floating tick.
Oh, kill it.
No, I'm out. I'm out, dog. Like, okay, sure, yeah. Just
It no
you're
longer
gonna do
moves.
more of that.
What'd you say?
Right.
It no longer moves, and it is now a blob on the floor.
Ugh.
Well, that's nasty.
All right, if we see any more of these, hold your breath and kill it. It's a tick. It's vile.
Ezon, your eyes are drawn to the plaque on the wall.
Let's gander at it. Let's just give me a.
It's
yeah.
called Exoskeletal by Bartholomew Olting.
Bro, we gotta leave. This is a scene of a crime now, bro.
We
You
just
never stay at
ruined.
the
Yeah, we
scene,
kind of did
bro.
just ruin. We did just ruin an art piece. Yeah, we better actually. We gotta. I'm a little embarrassed now to be with you. Like we gotta get out of here.
I'm gonna walk up and try and grab Azon's hand.
Nah, we're out, dog. We're out, dog. I
We're just
can't.
walking together.
I
hand in
can't.
hand.
I can't be out in public with you, man. Like you're embarrassing me.
Go ahead.
Does Azon heal every turn, or is it just every 6 seconds then?
You will say every 6 seconds, so he'll be good to go in a couple minutes.
That
Also,
is a good ability.
my question. You mentioned balloon like we would all know what a balloon is.
I did
How do
because
they
you are
float?
people.
Okay, there's no balloons in this world though? Or
There
if there are, how did they float?
is a hot air balloon is kind of an old concept. You know, you've probably
Sure.
have at least heard of like festivals and stuff of things that are lighter than air. You know,
Well, like
I don't know
would
if like people are
children's
capable
balloons
of
work or
mining
not?
and distilling helium, but like
Right,
I think
right.
hydrogen isn't like terribly hard to make. It's just flammable.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's
I
your
think in
fucking
a
world,
magic
so I was
world,
just
people could
curious
figure
how
out
this worked.
electrolysis and make hydrogen, but
Okay.
balloons aren't really a children's thing because they're flammable and can explode. But you know, it's fun at
Makes
parties.
I was about to cast that on you. Okay, never mind.
Don't touch me.
So this next room, there is a small kind of, it's humanoid. It's kind of small and just sitting in the middle of the floor, we'll say. But it's just a little figurine, and it appears to have, those of you with the sharpest of eyes, it appears to have a hinge on like the top of its skull.
That's kind of neat.
Would
What's the
anybody
what's
like
the
to
plaque
open the
say?
cranium?
What's the plaque say on this one? I'm interested in this one.
Calavera by Osbert de Bunsall.
Mr. Duh.
Sure, yeah, I wrote that down in the English language. But that's really neat. But I'm also I want to open it so bad, but I don't think I will.
I'm gonna run past and just go cowabunga, and that's it.
How bunga it is, then that's true. That's true. I'm watching Gael to make sure that he doesn't try to open the skull.
Like you
I
could
opened
stop
the
him.
I probably could.
I have fast hands. I can only
Hell, kid.
Are you guys just like crowding in the doorway and peeking in the next room?
Yeah, what's in the next room?
Has Canis like said which direction to go in at all, or is he just kind of like following?
He seems to just be following.
Okay.
Has he said anything? Like when Gael poked the balloon, quote unquote, did he even flinch?
He coughed.
He just took it. He just was like, "Yep, that's what happened." Like he's not gonna say anything.
Yeah, you know.
You're right.
He's just take it out on the chin. What a champ! Not even gonna complain.
So the next room is. Oh, what the hell?
I'm terribly sorry. It looks like I chose the wrong way. That's what you get for following me.
You know, I'm just gonna read it instead of interpreting it because I don't know how else to summarize this. We'll start with a light-eating, anti-painting, negative image world inside with shadows rimmed with radioactive sulfuric blue. We'll say, okay, 99% of the time I can do that.
You're telling me there's Cherenkov radiation in here?
You can see a negative reflection of yourself
Oh. What do I
in the
look like?
painting. You
I wanna
look like
really
you're
hard.
looking at yourself.
Do I look different other than just inverted colors?
Um,
So that's what I'd look like as a guy.
yeah, it can be just like
I
a
would say that out
slight
loud, too.
alternate reality.
Oh,
where
really?
things are just a little bit different.
Oh, okay. I'm moving on. Like
I just watched you.
I
don't
saw
stop.
that.
I don't
I
stop
saw
you.
that.
I just
pop
I'm
up.
sorry. I'm sorry. We're in like this gigantic dungeon, and all we've been doing is walking. Like I would have.
No, I don't blame you.
I'm gonna
It's just
fucking
I can't-
open something.
I can't RP a reason to do it, so I can't. So I'm completely fine. I'm not mad at all.
I will say it's about the right timing. As you're reaching for it, it pops open by itself,
Oh,
and
Technically, you didn't disturb it then.
True. Maybe it lets its privacy
a
go.
large, pretty much room-filling cloud of some sort of. It's like it's nearly translucent, but it's just like got a subtle like bits of colors and stuff. It fills the room, and you hallucinate a little bit. You can kind of see like just like images. It's kind of like a 3D projector, but you know there's no source of light. You just get little hints of ideas and stuff.
like what?
Let's see.
What's my idea, Caleb?
What if I put
Roll
peanut butter
roll
and
2d6
chocolate
for me,
together?
Bryce. Let's see what we got. We got a 4 and a 5.
Gael's peanut butter cup.
Let's say
Have a day more time.
I'm gonna whisper it to you. No, I'll just. It'd be easier for me to say it in voice, so I'm going to pop us in the next room real quick.
Okay.
So just for the next like 10 minutes or so, I want you to act as if you are at a play, and you're just trying to avoid someone who's close to you.
So I'm at a play,
Yes.
and I'm trying to avoid Canis since he's closest.
Okay, sure. And you happen to just know, as part of this effect, if you fail to do this consistently, one of your limbs might fall off. Okay, bye.
Oh,
It's too late
guess
now.
not.
And then she asked me, "How much more can I fit in my ass?"
Welcome.
It was just like that. Just like
Alright, so Canis crowds in behind you guys.
while I'm staring in, I notice somebody's missing.
Gael,
Well, good fellow, I'm here. You guys go on ahead. I'm just I'm gonna check the rear and
And then
make
she
sure
Oh,
no scoundrels are following us.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then I kind of turn around and give a bow.
I've heard that one before. Just scouting the rear, and
Dude,
then you're
he's
miles
tripping. Why
away.
is he bowing?
Let's go. Let's go,
Let's
champ.
hurry up, though.
Yeah, we should probably.
I actually, I don't even know where we're going. But
Look at yourself here. Look at yourself.
there is
I did.
another door to the down, or you can go more to the right.
oh no, is it down or south, Caleb? I need to know.
There's ups and downs and norths and souths. I don't know.
Oh no.
I'm
Let's
just.
go.
Canis lags behind the rest of y'all.
Mm-mm.
Damn it, we went in the circle. Well, not exactly.
I'm-
Kind of.
Wait, did we really?
I'm on Canis at all times.
I'm judging by the fact that we went north and now we're going south. That yeah, we might be. Oh, there's a door over there.
Okay.
Oh no!
This is somewhat of another abstract, but when you first enter the room, globes of pure color. They're just like giant. I mean, I'm going to say balloons again, but these are more like perfectly spherical than like the lifted balloon shape.
Orbs?
But the orbs kind of ooze from the wall, from the surface of the paintings on the wall, and they kind of bounce into each other and off the walls and stuff.
How fast?
Pretty slowly. I'll say like maybe maybe like a foot every 6 seconds.
Okay, so dodgeable. That's.
I'd like
perfectly
to-
fine then.
Do they look warm?
They are big orbs of color. So some of them look red and give you
I
an
wanna-
impression, but
I want to put my hand near an orange one, like real close, just to feel it if there's any like energy there.
You feel
Any warmth.
citrusy.
Real
Gael,
quick, I was
yeah,
gonna say, is there anything I need to know about walking in this room?
there is a wax sculpture of a goblin with like big bulging eyes.
Oh.
When you enter the room, the sculpture turns and looks at you, and it looks at the mace that's sitting in your hand, and he reaches its little hand towards you and points, and it just screams at the top of its tiny little lungs, "Give me the thing! Give me the thing! Give me the thing! Give me the thing!"
I'm going to holler real loud. No, I'm okay. We're not going to do that. And then I'm going to come in here and go around the wall, and I see Azon there, and I'm like shouting, even though I don't like not shouting, but like talking too loud, like I'm projecting my voice. And I wouldn't go in there. There's a small bug-eyed goblin man.
Yeah,
Thing.
you can hear it like echoing from behind him. Give me the thing!
The thing?
It appears to like magic items.
Did you terrorize a child? It sounds like a
No.
little baby's squealing out there.
I walked through a room and we
Oh.
locked eyes. It was.
Did
a
he
thing.
ask you if you have phones on your games?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was asking for magical items.
It was more demanding. Can't you hear?
Children do be like that.
Yeah, you.
Hang
you
on.
bugged
Okay, I
me,
got.
man. Damn.
I'm gonna go over there.
Give him a look. Give it a look.
I'm gonna give him a look.
What are you carrying in your hands?
Oh, I got some glowing white beads.
We'll come back over and look at him.
He
I'll entertain the idea.
reaches
Why are you
at.
taking the long way?
Oh, is it down here?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
He,
Oh, is that where you came from? I didn't even
Yeah.
see you. Okay.
He
Copy.
reaches and points towards you and just screeches, "Give me the thing."
I'm gonna throw one of the beads to him.
He takes it eagerly and just moans softly, and he shakes and like leans forward and backwards, and he just presses it into his chest, into his stomach, and he's just muttering to himself, the thing.
All right, what do I get for that, Smeagol? You don't give me anything, huh?
I suppose
It
not.
gives you a copy of L. Ron Hubbard's latest book.
Oh, nice. I didn't mean to catch up.
That boy ain't right.
Well, now I want my bead back. I thought I'd get something out of it.
Go take it back.
I don't. Well, is that the what? Did you get
Damn.
his name? Is he the like? He doesn't look like a moon man, does he? Nah,
He looks like a goblin.
a goblin. Yeah, that's not a moon man. That's not the child we're looking for.
So within the color orb room, for each of you, one of them in particular, for each of you, just seems to just be, instead of bouncing around randomly, bouncing into each other and bouncing off the walls, one of them seems to be moving towards you.
Which one's moving towards me?
We'll say for you, you have a blue one
The blue one.
moving towards you.
I don't want blue. I want to look
You
at the
get
other
to pick
ones.
What you like?
Ig has a yellow one. Like a
That's the
yellowish
one I want to
green.
look at.
Just
That's the
moving,
one I wanna look
moving
at.
towards you.
A nice
I'm just gonna
chartreuse.
keep, not letting it touch me. I will just move in whatever type of shape I need to accomplish that. While I wait.
That's a nice orb color you got there. You want to trade?
All of you
Yeah.
guys get a random bit of hunger pains. You feel like you just had some good berries a little bit ago, but you're hungry.
I don't want to.
Munashi, do you have any more good berries?
I never had any.
That was me
Oh.
that gave you guys good berries. Sheesh!
sorry,
What a
no.
terrible friend. Can't even
I
remember
am
when we give you good
exhausted.
berries.
I am exhausted.
Am I affected by that too, even though I'm not in the room?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we better dip out of here though. I'm getting hungry.
Is
I'm all out of spells. I can't cast.
is the
good
little
berry.
goblin guy here? Is he still distracted by the bead?
Seems to be yes.
I'm gonna walk behind him, and then
Slit his fucking throat.
I'm going to snatch at the bead at the same time. I'm going to put my scalpel to his neck and threaten him.
Oh.
Okay.
I want
So
my bead back.
you want a sleight of hand check or like an intimidation check? Or both at the same time?
Yeah, let's do both. I'm going to try to be fast, but I'm willing to kill him if need be.
Okay.
Kill
Let's
a
do
wax
both, I guess.
sculpture.
You have disadvantage on both of these.
Well, I can't roll much lower than those anyway.
You have freaking plus 11 to intimidation.
And I still roll a 12.
Oh my god. So,
This is quite the night for rolls.
yeah. You reach in and snatch.
Mhm.
It's not something that's fast, so like getting it back is not really an issue. But you can feel in the place where it was holding it into its chest, into its stomach, an indentation, like it was getting absorbed into its body, and you firmly grasp it and rip it out. But it knows what you've done, and you try and hold the knife to its neck. It does not care. It screams twice as loud as it had before. and it just screams in a more throaty voice, "Give me the thing! Give me the thing! Give me the thing!"
Oh, thing!
Yeah, I'm gonna get away from it real fast.
Yeah, it tries to lunge at you, but it can't seem to like move from its spot.
Can I try and hand it a copper piece?
You walk up to it with your mace in your one hand and a copper piece in the other, and it just ignores the copper piece and is just reaching for your mace. Give me the thing!
I'm gonna trade it out for a gold, a piece of gold.
It is just reaching for your mace.
Walking over here.
Give me the thing! Give me the thing!
I'm gonna then take my mace and like raise it above my head.
No,
Like,
we're leaving.
It's still
Wave it
pointing out.
around.
It's still reaching. Give me the thing! Give me the thing! Give me the thing!
He is asking for it, Gael.
And then I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna say, "You poor thing," and
Okay, bud.
and then
Okay.
I'm just gonna leave.
I'm gonna sigh out of annoyance that he didn't have the stones for it, but
And then I'm gonna see Canis, and I'm gonna come back.
yeah. Where is Canis at here?
You said you're
He's
always
the
by his
purple
side,
man.
and yet
Well,
he's just sitting in the corner, watching all of you, waiting.
This whole time while I've been following him, though, has his demeanor at all changed, or has he just been kind of like
He's more been following us, but
defeated? Well, I've been mostly sticking to his side, watching him.
He just seems to always be watching you guys, watching around corners, looking in other directions. Just a hint of nervousness, and I mean, you want to roll like an insight for trying to watch him and read his intentions.
Not right now.
Okay.
Maybe later.
How long's it been, Caleb?
Just a little bit longer.
Okay.
So let's keep scooting. Come on.
Come on, Enos.
You
I'm-
guys
I'm-
feel
we're,
if
like,
you
waving.
don't start to eat something soon, you're going to start losing health.
I regret to inform you all that I did not bring any rations.
jeez
Me either.
Louise, I'm fucking hungry.
I'm pretty sure that some rations got sent through when we called Benevir's.
Y'all want one of these?
You cast Goodberry and get a handful of yummy, delicious-looking berries, and your mouth just starts drooling. And you watch as they slowly just start shriveling up. And out of pure hunger, you just reach and grab one and shove it into your mouth before it goes bad.
And then I'll throw, Rush to give them some too. And then Canis once he gets here.
I'm gonna start sprinting and say, I'll meet you guys up here.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
Why is he going so fast?
I don't know. Let's go. He's got it.
He's got problems here.
What do I
Has he got it
before
now?
I'll catch up.
This next room, the architecture is different. You've sensed that this is not a part of the gallery. The floor is no longer marble. This is more of, this is the garden. So, like, this is a place where just everything is overgrown with greenery. And you see the room is crammed with both dead and living vines, just from roof to ceiling. You would have to hack and slash your way through.
Do we want to go through or?
I didn't see a
'Cause I
way to
can-
go the other direction. There's just, I don't know.
Well, then we can go this way. That's fine. I'm gonna start hacking.
I don't have anything to hack with except a spear.
Wait, hey, Kanal, is this
I start
museum?
screaming loudly. No! We got this. He gets down there. And my I put my mace away and I bring out my longsword +1, and I start maniacally flailing about in these vines trying to get through.
You get about halfway through the room before the effect wears off. And you calm down a little.
Okay.
And Candace speaks up and says, I don't think this is wise.
Oh, is this not the way to go?
I don't believe so. I don't think we should have to pass through the gardens to get to where we're going.
How do you know that
Shit.
we shouldn't have to pass through the gardens?
It's a different area. To get to the armory, we should just have to pass through the gallery.
Oh yeah.
I thought we passed through the gallery, though.
There's an up we can go through.
A what?
Well, can we go up here?
We didn't go right. This
I think
big
that's-
circle room.
Is this like a wall or is
That's
this like
a good question. Let me look at
because
it.
it doesn't. That looks really open right now.
Sure
I
does.
didn't see what looked like doors anywhere. So.
There is a door up there to the north. Or
is
sorry, non-cardinal direction.
It is similar to what you saw before. This is another gigantic orrery. Although, I can't remember who it was who had recognized your solar system in the previous one.
Me.
This is not your solar system.
Oh.
The planets are all foreign to you. But they're all organized in their own little orbits and everything.
I don't recognize these planets.
This
Canis,
one-
these mean anything to you?
No.
More space balls. Oh no.
Without like all the overgrowing of vines and everything that the other one has, you can kind of see the control area with dials and a central switch.
Oh.
And everything.
Nice.
And there is a door in the top right, although it seems to be currently locked.
I can see that from here.
Well, no.
Okay, I'd like to go
I'll
over to
say
the door.
I'll say you don't see a handle for the door. That will be easier to speak.
What are the walls like?
This is just like any other part of the gallery with just pure white. You can see like some cracks in the paint from age, but otherwise it's just a plain white walls.
Did he already jiggle the doorknob?
There is no
there's
doorknob.
no handle.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna try something here. And I'm gonna cast Stone Shape to the right of the door and try and make a hole through the wall into the room behind the closed door.
Okay. You summon your magical potencies and you just drill a hole through. I'll say that will work.
Jesus. He's doing
Let me just. There you go.
Okay, tally ho, boys.
Okay.
Lady.
Just like the founding fathers intended.
This guy's forging his own trail. it's not going to let me through the door.
You don't have to go through the door, Michael.
I cannot. There we go. Okay.
There's this strange. It's kind of like a smoky shape, but it's completely unmoving. It kind of gives the sense of like, some smoke from a campfire trapped in time, or just like a thick, wispy trunk of a tree, of something, or multiple trees that were grown together. It is trapped in amber, kind of like a Jurassic Park bug dealio. And as you enter the room, it seems to be speaking. But it's not in a language any of you know.
No habla, whatever you're speaking, sorry.
Caleb, are you sure about that?
Let me check the spell. I think for narrative purposes, this is just going to be an unknown language that predates the creation of the spell and the item and is not included within the comprehending.
Okay. I'm just going to look at the smoke thing and then knock on my helmet and be like, "Well, sorry, bud, plot armor." And we're going to go on.
Sorry, champ. Didn't make the cut. Oh, what's this?
It's another weird room that's
I
not
can't tell if
shaped in a
this is
square,
an
damn
insect
it.
or a seductive something.
Yes.
It's
It looks like
about a foot long,
Seductive insect.
A saucy grasshopper.
about a foot long locust. Made
That's
of,
gigantic.
It's made of
oh
jade.
my god.
It's made of jade stone. Eyes of polished black material. All of the little kind of like, insects have those compound eyes. It all just shimmering. And it's just sitting on the floor.
I'm going to say, for my short stint in theater, let's not pick up the treasure.
Okay.
Sure, yeah. Why? You were so interested in those other works of art. What does this one?
You're right, Azon. I'm going to go pick up the grasshopper.
You could look at it first. You could. It's gigantic. It's.
As he's reaching for it, I'm just going to be like
This is more my
a
speed.
little further into this room than that room. But not looking into the room. I'm watching them while it happens.
Look at this nature.
Touching it does nothing in particular. You can roll investigation if you want to spend like a minute kind of just taking it in.
I mean, boy, would I.
Yeah, I'll spend 10 turns. Get my health back.
Oh yeah, you should be full health. Are you also investigating it?
Yeah, I'll help him investigate. Based on what I know about grasshoppers. How detailed is the sculpture? The jade.
Well, it's a locust, not a grasshopper, so you're already failing.
It's just they're completely different. So
completely different. Are they? Are they completely different?
you can tell that this is extremely well made. Even just the quality of the components, like the weight of this thing in jade would be worth at least 500 gold, but as an art piece, it could be worth a lot more.
A good thing I'm not an art collector.
This belongs in a museum, and then I'm going to stuff it in my bag.
Okay, British people, slow down. Let's not do that. Would he know that? Would Gael know that?
Would Gael know what?
If you're assisting me in the investigation, we're communicating.
I don't know if I tell
Try
you that
that.
last part.
You'd go, "Oh, this looks valuable," and I'd be like, "All right, bet." and I put it in my bag.
If you want to mark that down for later, write Jade Locust from 95 so I can look it up later.
Whatever.
It is
I'm
a
not
lot,
gonna
a lot
let him
heavier
ruin my
than
time.
than you would think it would be if it was just pure stone.
Oh no!
It's some heft.
Oh no! Hello.
But you're a big boy, so.
There we go.
That's true.
Jade Locust from Eiffel 95. There you go.
If you look to the room to the north, you see
Oh, I don't
Two-
like this room at all.
you're looking at two different rooms.
Oh, okay.
The
Yeah,
room on the right
let's-
where Ig is checking out.
Let's
Oh,
go
I
to
wasn't
Ig.
checking it out. I was just standing there waiting for
Yeah.
them. So
Well,
But now it's checking you out.
you see a pair of giant marble hands, kind of just like shuffling around and moving. You can almost sense like vibrations in the floor as the weight of it just steps as the fingertips move along. It's about 5 feet tall, and like one hand would be like an 8-foot hand span.
That's creepy. But also
And
neat.
as Gael puts the locust into his bag, the hands snap and face towards you.
Okay.
And they start moving. And they are fast. Like as fast as a horse.
Jesus
The
Christ.
fingers all
Oh
twirl.
my
You can
God.
hear the fingers galloping as stone cracks on stone.
What's that noise?
And it rushes towards you.
The hands! The
And
hands!
we will have to roll some
running.
initiative in a hot second. Let me put a little token out for it.
Whose hands?
That's all I'll say is the hands.
Canis, is it your hands?
Are you gonna roll initiative for us?
I don't mean to alarm you, but Final Destination!
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, Spy Kids.
Mm.
Wonderful. Isn't that what those are from?
Yes,
I have no idea.
the little summy guy.
Thumb thumbs? Hell yeah,
Yeah.
dude! I love thumb
So-
thumbs.
Ig, you see it snap towards you and run towards you, and the rest of you can definitely hear it. And it is fast, and you hear Canis groan. And we can begin with Munashi.
Okay.
That's big. Wow, that's grotesque. Okay.
I didn't begin that I.
Oh, the turn
I rolled
order.
highest on initiation. Oh,
Yes.
okay. I don't see initiation anymore, but
well, you have to right click the black power fist on the top, and then you'll have a combat tracker on your screen.
oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. All right.
You right click it.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Fucking icon.
This is so good. I love it.
How far away is this thing? 50 feet. All right. But closing in fast.
Yeah, as fast as the horse is
Very
like
fast.
what 60 feet a turn.
Yeah.
Almost as fast as
Oh.
me.
Boy.
It's fine though. He's too wide to fit for this door, so like we'll just stay in here.
Like
I'm going to hit him with some Bane.
What if he sidles in, Chris?
Okay, what kind
Oh,
of
Let me
shit.
read.
what kind of save is that?
That would be a charisma save. Oh, I don't need to cast it at a higher level, so yeah.
Bunny.
That is a fail.
Only-
He is baned.
Good.
Let's see. We can
I
do-
think that's it. For me.
give him the radioactive symbol.
Okay.
They're packed with fiber.
All right,
They are
he's
fucking
on.
forever. I kind of want to lure him into this small room. Can we just like? We could trap him. I mean, he's like fingers and stuff, dude. Like, I don't want. Listen, I'm afraid. I am afraid of more fingers existing inside of that room. And if so, I'd like to not alert them, and that scares the hell out of me. I've never seen anything like that. So what I'm gonna do instead is, I'm gonna back up around this corner, and I'm gonna pull out my quarterstaff, and I'm going to ready an attack for if it comes near me.
Okay,
Within
you can
5
do
feet.
that. Just so you know, if you ready attack, you don't get multi-attacks. You just get one hit.
Would I have to like delay my turn until after his? Is that a thing?
I guess. I just put you at the very bottom of the list, maybe.
If so, I'll still be there because I assume moving counts as part of a turn.
Yeah. Is that what you want?
Yeah, we'll do that. That's fine. I ended my turn. There we go.
Okay. Keenus is going to come out here, take a look at the situation, and say, I can't take this anymore. And he unhinges his jaw a little bit, and his teeth grow sharper and longer into a vampiric smile. And he reaches for Munashi, and he says, I'm hungry.
Okay. Okay, guy.
This bitch motherfucker.
And he gets a natural 1 on his attack.
Nice.
So he misses. You can feel his hand on your shoulder, but you've been watching him and you were ready, and you jump aside and you watch as like the gaunt figure of his face is emphasized as he just opens his mouth with his vampire fangs. And it's Ig's turn.
Okay. So like, let me measure here. As expected. Okay. So is this technically him right here?
Yes, sure.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. It's a 3x3.
I'm gonna go with shit. Fuck it. And
Erupting
then
Earth?
I'm gonna
Dexterity
just go
save.
boink.
He fails the
Damn.
save, so he will
What a
take
shitty roll.
17 bludgeoning damage.
And all that shit is rough terrain now, or difficult terrain. And then your boy is gonna doink, swoop around all Canis anus, and do that whole thing. And summon my daggers in my hand, and that's it. Oh, wait, Erupting
Guile.
Earth isn't action, right? Yeah, it is.
Yes.
I'm going to see him. I don't even know about the fingers. So I just see old boy turn into, the thing from I Am Legend. And am going to cast.
And you hear like a Naruto sound, and then an earthquake sound. Oh no.
Oh. Oh
okay.
my god.
He makes his save.
Okay.
The Sacred Flame is a cantrip, right? So there's no
Yes.
damage on a success.
Wait, there's no damage on a success or on a
Yeah.
fail?
If he passed his save, there's no damage
Okay.
for cantrips.
Okay. And then I'm going to move up. And then I'm going to see the fingers and be like, what the fuck? And that ends my turn.
No bonus actions? Okay. Mr. Fingers, the curator. So it'd be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60.
My God, is he fast?
And does he have any cool actions other than... No. I think he's just going to dash, and you can see like the hands turn sideways and pull themselves sideways through the door. So you thought he wouldn't be able to fit, but he does.
You were right.
And as he's huge, he can walk over you medium-sized creatures. And he runs right up to Gael for next time. Azon.
All right. The situation's
changed.
changed
Azon on the turn order.
dramatically.
He wanted to be moved.
I delayed my
okay.
turn. We're gonna deal with the most important threat that I've faced, which is in fact not a giant hand, but instead a vampire. And
right.
I'm just gonna bop the sweet bejesus into him with my gaffy staff here. So we're gonna do one of those little baddies. Do I get flanking advantage?
Sure.
How do I do that? There we go. There we go. Yeah, and then obviously flurry of blows without question.
You've seen him kind of like accidentally dodge around things, and like when he was in combat, he was a lot more lithe and he was letting on even though he's limping. So you can tell he's hard to hit, but you do manage to hit him.
We're going in.
So you hit him twice with the staff, dealing 12 plus 20 damage.
And then flurry of blows here with the magic. Ooh. Oh! Oh!
Oh! Oh, okay. I thought you just rolled another. I was like, get out of here.
I did actually.
Alright.
I thought you rolled 3 for a second. I was like, what the fuck?
Damn near did.
Yeah, so there's one of my key points blasted out here.
Jesus.
The same fucking second roll, too, on each one.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. I don't know. Well, I mean, I got different damage rolls, but...
Yeah.
Munashi,
That is kind of...
how would you like to react to this?
Oh, as in reacting to him trying to grab me, or
Yeah, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm mad, so I am going to use my blah blah blah. Sorry. What is it? I'm gonna do sneak attack.
You gotta hit him to do a sneak attack.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
Kind of out of order, buddy.
A little bit. I can't remember. Can I do that with psychic blades?
I think so. You have to pop up psychic blades too. I think you can choose to use them. Yeah, you can choose to use them after you hit. So you want to see if you hit first.
Okay. So I can do both. All right, cool. Where the hell is my dagger at? Inventory. There we go. Sheesh.
You hit, and you sneak attack. And are you also pumping the psychic blades into him?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so make sure to expend your bardic inspiration, which it might have already done automatically, but
It didn't.
that's okay.
So the next question I have with that, though, since I expended a bardic inspiration for psychic blades, can I still give somebody else bardic inspiration as a bonus action?
I believe so. Sure.
Okay, then
But
I'm gonna
I will
give
say, narratively,
Okay, yep.
as you like, just how do you stab into him? You like slash him, you stab him.
I'm gonna like go right for the neck.
With a slash.
Yeah.
You slash at his neck, and where there should be blood, instead pours out red mist. And his throat opens up, and just he basically like envision him turning inside out, ripping out from the throat, and his whole body puffs into red mist, and as he drops to 0 hit point. So he is now a big cloud of mist.
The way the Lords intended.
And would you like to inspire someone then?
I would. Let's give that inspiration to old Ig next in line.
Okay, you may add a d6 to one of your rolls in the next, I don't know, minute or so, or is it an hour? In the next 10 minutes. You got 10 minutes. Canis, as a cloud, he starts to move away.
Can I attack him?
You may, but he is a cloud.
No, I don't give a fuck.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
He can enjoy this. God damn these rolls.
He is immune to necrotic damage.
For really?
Okay.
But damn. Now that just sucks.
Do I hit?
Oh, yeah, he did roll before me.
Yeah, you would hit. You feel like, and as your mace goes through the mist, you feel resistance, but it doesn't seem to slow it down at all. And all of you lash out at it, but it just moves of its own accord, and it dashes away. Ig. There's a big pile of fingers
It sure is.
thrumming on the floor.
I feel like, please let me look at this. There we go. You know what? I'm just gonna do this and give him an attacky wacky.
Sure.
And that is that advantage or no?
I will say if you move up one, yes.
Sure.
It's like kind of crossing through the center of it. 19 does hit.
Good. And then where's my offhand? Oh, there it is. And we'll cap it with that. Oh. What does that thing do?
What does what thing do?
The bardic inspiration.
You may
What do I
add to
roll
your
for?
attack roll if you think your attack roll is too low before I tell you if it hits or not.
Got it. Well, it didn't matter. Okay.
Alright, good damage. Ig. Or no, sorry, Gael.
When I come over here, and then please open. There we go. We're gonna do that. Just to spawn
Spiritual
it.
weapon right next to you. And
Yeah, that's fine.
you attack with it, and it seems to have some effect.
And then
Falcon. Mace.
Yep. You hit as well. You just blasting chunks of rock off this thing.
Oh, it's a rock?
It's made of rock.
Oh.
how big is it?
A hand span is about 8 foot, and it's like 5 foot tall while it's standing in its like arched pose.
It's huge. I think he described it as.
It is
If you're asking
Otherwise
for
known
a
as-
creature.
Yidge.
He probably weighs
Yeah.
a crap ton. I wouldn't get stuck under him.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot for anybody who doesn't know.
Thank you.
Okay, so what? Let me read its ability and see.
See how I can fuck you.
Well, it can either attack a bunch or grab, so I just want to see what the grab does. I don't know, you guys have been beating on it. I think it's just gonna attack a bunch. So we're just gonna say a bunch at Gael for now.
Yeah, buddy. I didn't cast shield.
First one is 28 to hit. I'll just reveal it so you can give yourself damage.
I appreciate that.
Second one is a 16, so it misses.
I mean, it did do prodding damage there.
Third one, 20 to hit.
That will hit.
Fourth
I
one,
think. Yeah, I'm a 19.
It
20.
also has Bane still on it, right?
Oh, thank you. So the 20 is actually reduced to 16, so you can take that 13 health back if you...
I didn't even take it off.
Okay, perfect. But the next 28 will definitely hit no matter what the Bane does. So that's 9.
Wait, isn't it rolls a d4, not removes a 4?
Well, but it would only have to roll one.
Yeah. It removes a
To work for
D4.
me.
I rolled a D4, I just didn't reveal it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sucker.
So 1, 2, 3, 4 attacks so far. Fifth attack will miss. And the sixth attack is going to hit.
You think so? Okay.
So, that is it for its turn. And it's sitting comfy, so it's just gonna go
Are you
back
gonna
to...
reveal the last attack so I can?
Oh, did you not? It's a 29 to hit for 10
29.
damage.
No, I don't see it at all.
Maybe scroll
You
down.
don't? Scroll down, yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I had to scroll down too for some reason.
Yeah, same.
Ease on Rooney.
You know what time it is? It's time for the
Actually,
smackening.
You might not have advantage because you're not really like going. Well,
All right, fine. I'll just be right here.
Yeah.
We'll just make him feel like he's cornered. You know, like he's a wild animal,
True.
and
true.
he's about to get it. We're just gonna
break his morale.
I'm gonna. Oh yeah, look at
yeah.
that morale breaking right
Uh-huh.
there. Yeah. Flurry of blows. I'm just gonna hit the rock with my fists, just straight up punching with flurry of blows here. And that's my turn. And there's one of my key points.
Yeah, your second unarmed strike, and your second quarterstaff attack miss. Just for the record, it is like as a solid piece of rock. It is hard to like find a good angle that you just don't bounce off of it ineffectually. You have to like get it perfectly centered just to be able to do damage. Munashi.
I am still quite mad at Fuckface Canis.
You gonna chase him?
Boy. No. But I wanna. We'll just go with the old trustees and do another bopping.
Wow.
23 will hit.
With I keep fucking losing my sneak attack. There it is.
Yep.
And after that, I'm going to use disengage, I guess, and then go this way. Can I? What? It's not letting me move.
Are you at the right tool?
Oh, I was on. Okay. Here we go.
You turn and run towards Canis just as he disappears around the corner.
Okie dokie.
Ig.
Okay. This is pissing me off. Okay. I'll get that in a second.
Your main hand hits, so you can add your sneak attack.
Is it advantage still? Because the guy else
Oh,
with,
sure,
or no?
sure.
Damn.
Your offhand hits too.
Okay. That'll do her.
Oh, did I
I
accidentally?
can drag that out of my character sheet. What the fuck?
Did I accidentally give one of you damage from having clicked on you?
Oh yeah, me totally.
Yeah. I don't know.
He does have a healthy chunk of damage missing from him.
Well, he got bopped a bunch of times. Gael.
How's he looking?
Pretty rough. There were like chunks of stone missing from almost all his fingers. One of the fingers he seems to be like avoiding putting any weight on anymore.
How big are his fingers?
Like as big as like a small tree trunk.
Yeah, you won't be able to fit it in.
All right.
Don't forget you still have your spiritual weapon hanging next to you.
Yeah. Let me see this. One action. Perfect. I'm gonna try and find like the best looking finger, and he's no longer gonna have it.
Oh.
Damn, that's brutal.
Oh, medium size or smaller. Never mind. Or no, would a limb be medium sized or smaller?
I would guess no.
No. I've got a backup plan. If
Well,
if that doesn't work.
let me hear it while I'm reading.
I'm just gonna say, well, boys, he seems to be fixated on me. So, where is it? Where'd you go?
I'm gonna say because it's not an object, it's a creature, it's not effectual. For stone shape.
Okay.
It has magic holding it together and stuff.
Okay, then I'm gonna say it seems to be fixated on me, boys. So see you on the other side, and I'm gonna jump into it.
You just hugging the finger and slurping yourself up into it.
Yeah, it wants to attack me. It can attack itself.
All right.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm gonna use my hammer because I can still cast spells and stuff. Or my my whatever you want to call it.
You can cast spells on yourself.
So does that mean I can't use my spiritual weapon anymore?
I mean, at the least, you can use it before you go in, so you can roll for
Hey,
it.
bud, did you read the last part of that spell you cast?
Yep, I did.
Okay, all right, sure, yeah.
So that's a miss. There we go.
Yes. So it says nothing of your presence remains visible or otherwise detectable. So, having defeated the thing that it wanted to defeat, it runs away. And it will disengage to not take opportunity attacks and then move 60 feet away.
Well, before he
30 feet away.
Yeah.
Or wait, did my thing run out by now?
No. So it'll... Okay, yeah, let's go back. Can I un yeah.
Damn you, Halo of Spores.
So it can go 15 feet and then 10, 20, 30, 40. It can probably get like there. And then it's Azon's turn.
Well, looks like I'm getting in there. Or first, I think I might run over and check on...
It passed the Constitution save. Does it take half damage?
Damn you.
No, it doesn't even say that. It just... So no damage.
Damn. How's Minashi looking here?
You can see them like starting to sprint away.
We gotta get Gael back first. So I moved that much. And this is 35, and then this is rough terrain.
Yeah, so the next square would be 45, then 55.
55.
You need 55 to be able to get in melee range.
Dang. Shoot, I don't know what to do here. I would just yell, or no, you go help Munashi. And so I am gonna dash.
Are you key dashing or regular dashing?
We'll do regular dashing to get up next to it. So that way if it tries to move past me, I can do like a reaction.
Unless it disengages a second time.
Good luck. Disengaging a second time.
Alright, to Munashi.
Okay. I am going to attempt to catch up to this shit. So I gotta go. I can do 60 right there. Okay. What? There we go. He is hauling ass. I can't really do anything, but I do. So my question is, with prestidigitation, it says I can also cast a puff of wind, and you said that he is in mist form, right?
Yeah.
If I were close enough, could I use a puff of wind to push him back towards me?
No. There is a gust spell for moving creatures with wind, and that's a cantrip, and then there's more advanced spells for like dispersing fog and stuff.
Okay, second question, also dealing with prestidigitation. Am I familiar with vampires, and if so, is like a crucifix or some kind of symbolism one of their weaknesses?
Roll a history check to see how well you remember something you've read. or sorting out fact or fiction. You're I'll say that's not really part of the D&D lore. They're not really afraid of symbolism.
Okay. Well, shit. That's all I can do.
He keeps moving. Another 60 feet.
Little asshole.
Ig.
Yep, there we go. I'm gonna
I love
go
watching
here.
your line. Just
Yeah. And then I'm going to do something a little different here. I'm going to shoot this at the smoke shit down here.
okay.
Yeah. And does that do anything?
It does not have an immediate effect on the smoke thing.
Mm.
Is there any bonus actions you'd like to do right now?
I'll just dash. That'll do it.
Gael, anything you'd like to do inside the finger man?
So
Your perspective is a little warped, as kind of your perspective is not coming out of a flat face. It's kind of a rounded thing, but you've moved at a dizzying speed, and you can kind of see hints of Azon around you.
So I have a quick question here.
Hit me.
Now I understand that I cannot see anything as I am inside something, so I don't think it'll work, but it's worth a shot. Would I be able to use Word of Radiance? Because it's within like 5 feet of me. And while I technically can't see it, I am fully aware of its presence.
You can't see because all you can see is it.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's deep. It's deep.
I'm going to say if you can find a tricky spell that has a something you cast on yourself that does damage, I'll say maybe, but for this, as you're trying to target area around you, it's not going to work.
Okay. No, I'm not going to do a thing.
The curator is actually not going to disengage, so you can choose an opportunity attack. $30 feet plus 30 feet and 60 feet.
He's running past me.
Yes, you can make
Did
your
he disengage?
No,
Oh, okay.
you can hit him.
Yeah, we're doing that then.
And it's a good solid strike, the flame bouncing off and smashing against him.
Nice.
He then takes his action and starts to shove fingers in the direction of Ig.
Wait, how the fuck did he get all the way down here that fast? I missed that.
It was about 30 feet to get out of the difficult terrain, and then kind of another 30 feet around the corner.
Oh, okay. Wait, he dashed though. Can he dash as a bonus action? Wait,
I don't think
30
he
feet.
No,
to
his
get through
movement
that?
He
is
has-
Wow.
60.
he has
His
60
movement
feet
is
movement.
60 feet.
Oh, right. Well, wouldn't that be 40 feet to cross this? Oh, no, I
He
guess it's
wasn't all the
15.
way out of
Never
it.
mind. Oh, okay. I assumed he was. Okay.
Actually, I think this is an opportunity for a grab since you're all alone. So, oh Jesus Christ! Roll your choice of athletics or acrobatics to try to resist the grab. It did not beat his 31.
Yeah. Is this an attack?
It is not. I'm trying to verify because I had this thing also roll damage, but I don't think it does damage right now.
Okay.
Let me try to look up the stats that I used to make this up. Oh, it actually... Sure, it will count as an attack. Which you can use to halve the damage. But as it was a natural 20, the damage is significant. Wait. Do I need to... I might actually need to roll athletics. Yeah, okay. So yeah. So I will reveal this as the attack. So it would be 45 damage halved to 22.
Well, I can just click the half thing.
Yeah. And you are currently grappled and restrained.
Use crit, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, that worked fine.
And then it's Azon's turn. Michael?
Yes, I am now going to move back through this difficult terrain. How much does that consume per tile?
10, 20, 30, 40. It'd be 40 to get to that point.
Alright, so 40.
So 45 to
45.
get out.
45, yep. Then
You
we're
move
gonna...
60, right?
I move
Mike
45.
Moves 45.
Oh.
And then we're gonna do a key dash.
And get up on him.
Yeah. And I'm gonna bop him. Just
Hit it.
gonna bop it. Where's my character sheet? I put it away on accident. There it is.
Shouldn't
Pull it
he
back.
get an extra 20 feet of difficult terrain since his tile intersects with the tiles more times than a human?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I figured it didn't work that way, but that's bullshit. And D&D is bullshit.
Ah!
As you
Wait. Oh, advantage? Huh?
Sure. I mean, he's grappled and restrained, but whatever.
Oh, my bad. I forgot about that. That probably
So-
doesn't.
As you're just bashing your staff, you would think, as hard as you're hitting, your staff would break. But old Gaffy, he's strong,
Yeah.
and fire is just whipping off it and like melting holes into this thing. And with your last hit, it shatters into stone fragments.
Nice.
Spitting out Gael, unconscious on the ground.
Oh, that boy don't look too hot.
Munashi, would you like to continue your chase or go and see what's going on with the loud noises? Okay.
I don't give a shit about that. I should have killed this son of a bitch when he first showed up. So I'm darting. Oh, can I? What? Oh,
Yeah, make sure to walk around the walls.
There we go. 20, 40. I'm gonna go this way as long as I'm not running into anything. And that's all I can really do.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
You're going to have to do something different on your next turn. We'll talk about that when we get there.
Okay.
Yeah. Ig. Gael is in trouble.
Use my boner to cast Unicorn Sprit.
You
And
activate
then
your totem.
We're going to do Cure Wounds on Gael. Excellent. So he gets 10. Azon gets none because he's already full health, and then I'm gonna get 5. That does include me, right? It just says
Sure.
any creature. That's right.
That's you, buddy.
Each
Plus
creature.
5, baby. Yeah. So
Sure.
Oh, wait.
10 health,
since I killed
Gael.
that guy. Ooh.
Yay!
Where's my skill that I want to use right now?
Are you trying to slurp up the stone soul?
Yeah, I want his soul. Can I have it? Is that a thing?
You could take some of the magical energies and get some temporary hit points.
Heck yeah, dog.
Gael, you snap back to consciousness. You were once stone. Now you're not.
I'm pretty sober right now, too.
Oh, did it work? Did I help?
Yeah.
Kinda.
That would be a good quote to end on, too. Did it work? Did it help? Is everyone cool with that?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Actually, we'll end on Munashi. As you feel a strange compulsion in this room. The walls are brown, like a ruddy red-brown color. And you look at them, and you clench your fist, and you walk up to the wall. Oh, no. You walk up to the wall, and you
Alright, I forgot it zooms!
You punch it.
Oh no.
Make an unarmed attack roll. Just make a strength check. Just click on strength for ability check. You punch the wall and make a constitution saving throw. Your knuckles bleed and add to the color of the wall. And the effect no longer occurs on you, so you can do whatever else you wanted to do without an action.
Smash. Oh, without an action. Oh. That's... Well, I can use dash still, right? It's bonus.
You could bonus action dash.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Well, you could have been bonus action and action dashing this whole time and gone faster.
Oh.
So,
God damn it.
we'll move you some more. and you can see him getting away.
Okay.
Except there's a lion. Wait, no, there's a tiger in the room with you, made of stone. It's got like a nice like cave thing going on. He looks at you and says, "What do you think of me?" And we'll end there. All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.